Welcome back to The Breakfast Show, the show worth waking up for. And the time right now, 5 minutes to 9 a.m. And it's a good time, as any, of course, to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, commitment. Now, you've met, what you think is the man or the woman of your dreams. Everything is nice and sweet. Attraction is there. There's chemistry. You guys get along. And then suddenly, either one party or the other wants more. And often, one or the other of the partners find it difficult to commit, either subconsciously or consciously, and may sabotage the relationship in order to remain single. Now, many reasons to explain the fear of this commitment. So, is there someone better for you out there? Is there excess emotional baggage affecting your current relationship? Well, to take us through a whole new level of how to broach commitment and subject of relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, let's, of course, introduce to you two international releases. What releases are, we'll tell you in a moment. Let's speak to Heiko and Selina, a husband and wife team who have combined 29 years experience when it comes to these things. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
I understand that you're based in Singapore, but you come here every week for workshops and such.
Every month, yes.
Every month?
Yes.
Wow, tiring?
We love it.
Excellent, excellent. And it shows as well. As I started interacting with this couple, you can tell the warmth and the fact that I just want to open up to them. And hopefully our viewers will feel the same as well. Well, let's talk about commitment in particular. When does it come to a point where, couples suddenly go, oh no, where is this heading? Where's it going? So tell us a bit about that and what you do as well. Selina.
Basically, when you say we are releases, what we do is we identify with people the roots of an issue. In a process, it's called the Lindwall releasing method. And that's the basis of our work. So someone might come to us with, for instance, since the topic is commitment. Why can I not commit to my partner? I find it so difficult. I just want to run away. And what we do is we bring them in the process to get to the root of that fear. And that fear could be a variety of things. Very often it stems from maybe the marriage of the parents, where they might have gone through seeing since they were children how difficult it is to be in a marriage and how often tumultuous it is, and then possibly the parents get divorced.
Now, I've got this vision in my mind of both of you going to probably a respondent and going, come lie down on the couch, tell me about your childhood. It doesn't really go like that, does it, Heiko?
No, we first explain to the people first what this is about, But then quite shortly after that, we guide people in a relaxation for subconscious blocks to come to the surface and then to be released. It's actually for most people very easy to go in a relaxed state and allow things to come up. And always not more than a person can handle comes to the surface.
Really?
Yes.
So in the end, the person really wants to tell you about it. It's just a subconscious feeling suppressing all this pent-up feelings that goes on for years.
Yes.
Yeah, what people often first have to release is judgment about themselves.
Okay.
Or the fear to be judged. And when you let that go and you feel comfortable sharing, and then it flows out easier. And then memories might come up that you have forgotten for a long time already. And then when you feel to judge those, then you release to judge those too.
Exactly.
And then it's easier to accept that and then to release that.
This is, I'd say, a big stepping stone for couples to get together. Of course, you must trust each other and, of course, to break those barriers.
Yes.
In your experience, of course, 29 years combined altogether, what are the most common problems that couples have? Let's say, they meet each other. He's handsome, she's beautiful. They got along well at dinner parties. They enjoy themselves going rollerblading. They enjoy doing activities together. Usually, from what I've read so far, the problems start when usually it's the lady who wants more, and of course it's usually the men who shy away from commitment. Is this true in what you've seen?
Very often. Very often the men are afraid to lose their freedom. That they're not allowed anymore to go out with their bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Or also that they might not be good enough.
Oh, really?
If they've seen their father maybe not being able to provide for the family, or the mother not being happy, sometimes they're afraid to not do better. So to fail, there's a lot of fear to fail in a relationship.
I see.
I think it's really big for a man, you know, because of the programming that the man has to provide. The man's responsible no longer just for himself, but for lives, other lives, another woman and possibly children.
Children as well, yeah.
That's a huge commitment.
Mortgage, bills, and so on and so
Exactly.
forth.
I mean, you're free, you're a bachelor, life is great.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah, you earn the money and it goes to your car and your
and your
wonderful life.
PlayStation and whatever it is,
Exactly.
boys' toys that they have, yeah.
And suddenly you're faced with possibly the rest of your life having this heavy responsibility.
And for most men, it's something that's too much to take, in your opinion, Heiko?
The responsibility?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, of course, both have responsibility for the marriage or for just being together. Very often it's the fear also that maybe the love doesn't last and then I'm stuck in that relationship.
Yes.
Well, most men are thinking, well, it's modern times, you know. Why is it that I have to be the sole breadwinner? My wife works, she's got a successful career. Why can't she share some of the burden as well? It's tough raising a family, or it's tough being together and living together. In this new modern context, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that's definitely the case that most women would work anyway, right? But still, the program is so strong in men. Even if my wife is working, somehow I'm still responsible.
I see.
You know, I'm the main breadwinner. It's great that she works. But if it came to the crunch and one of us has to give up the job,
I have to stand up.
I
step
have to
forward,
be
yeah?
the one who will have to continue working while my wife takes care of the children if it came to the crunch.
I see.
So that fear is there.
The irrational fear.
Irrational fear, yes.
Okay, let's shift the focus from the male perspective to the lady's perspective. More often than not, so far from just throwing case studies at you, yeah. Usually women are afraid to be committed due to excess baggage of bad relationships that they had in the past. Men usually don't have such a problem. They may have, but it's more prevalent. They do, definitely. But of course, men, they find it more difficult to get in touch with themselves. For women, I don't know if I'm stereotyping or not, but is the problem of excess baggage of bad men in their lives before. So what are your thoughts?
Very often that's the case. Very often there are people who have, ladies who have their heart broken before, once, twice, or 3 times, and then the decision is made, oh, I will never open my heart again, because I'm afraid to get hurt again. And these are fears that if you don't let them go, if you don't release them, they will stay and affect your life.
But they're rational fears, are they not?
They are irrational. It's what we call programming, right? From the time they were children. We do find a lot of women who come to us, and even people we know in general. The women are more emotional. So they get very affected by the marriage of their parents. And if they were in a family where the father is very fierce or angry, and the mother gets bullied, then they would take on the feelings of their mothers. And often what we call, they take on the fate
of their mothers.
Of their mothers, subconsciously.
All right. So, of course, the argument of, you know, you always grow up going, I don't want to be like my parents, I don't want to be like my father and my mother. But more often than not, you do turn out to be like them.
Yeah.
Especially
scary, isn't it?
Especially when you focus on, I don't want to be like that. Because what you focus on, that's what you become.
Oh, no. I'm going to be changing my mindset as well.
That's why you have to let it go. And when you let it go and release it, then you don't focus anymore, neither subconsciously or consciously.
So you start on a clean slate, so to speak. Yeah?
Yes, that's why the releasing is really important. To release all programming about marriage, because you're looking at the parents' marriage, decisions you made subconsciously. I will never want to be in a marriage. Marriage sucks. Love does not last.
Exactly,
exactly. These are all programs, and that gives the fear of commitment. Should I or should I not? I know quite a few women who don't want to commit. The men want to commit.
Oh, really?
It's time, you know, I want to settle down, I want to have a family. It feels good. I love this woman. And the woman's going, oh, not yet.
No, it's a bit too much.
Not yet. You know, I'm losing my freedom here. There's the woman saying that.
It is modern times, it's vice versa as well.
Yes.
I mean, just as well as you talk about the men, the women as well have some issues. Now, we may be coming out of context a little bit, but you talk a lot about programming, what you learn from parents, what we learn from parents. Now, there's a psychological phenomenon called the Oedipus complex, where men tend to look for women who are like their mothers and vice versa for females.
Yes.
What do you think about this when we talk about programming?
This is so true. You know, there is this thing where we find out and very successfully release when men are very attached to their mothers and devoted and love their mothers.
Mommy's boys.
Mommy's boys, definitely mommy's boys. Then it's really difficult for them to find a partner or to commit to a partner. They have a string of broken relationships, or they will find a partner that cannot commit to them, and then they say, "See, she doesn't want to marry me."
See.
And it's and it's the same for daddy's girls.
And they absolve blame of themselves. Yeah.
Yeah,
they say it's not
aware.
my fault; it's all these people's fault. Yeah.
Yes.
So what will you do for people who have this problem? Because unfortunately, many Asians suffer from this malady. Yeah.
Yes.
So what are the processes?
You look like the computer has a search. You have that search too.
I see.
You know, you don't look on the desktop on the surface. You have to look in the deeper hard drive. Okay, and everything is stored in there, and you can find what it is if you have that programming or not. That can be found.
I see.
And it's not that difficult.
So anyone can be helped. Simple as that.
Yes.
All right. And as long as our viewers out there, you accept the fact that I can be helped or I need a different perspective when it comes to commitment, maybe you might be eligible for the Singles Cruise Asia. Yes, of course, coincidentally, Heiko and Selina will be the love gurus to talk about releasing as well, especially for those who have deep set issues that need to be addressed, especially if you want to lead a fulfilling relationship. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, do take a look at www.singlescruiseasia.com. Just a little bit on the Singles Cruise Asia, of course. It's 5 days and 4 nights on board the Legend of the Seas from Singapore. Of course, it'll touch down Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. On these 5 days, 4 nights, you'll learn all the different skills, or maybe you've got relationship workshops, hot dating tips, you've got etiquette as well, and also releasing. Heiko and Selina will be there, of course, to help you overcome your problems and maybe find that love of your life.
And even people who don't have deep issues, but just want to improve the relationship.
Oh, I mean, that's possible as well,
Yes.
Excellent. So, of course, our viewers out there, look out for Heiko and Selina, especially for those who want to improve on their relationships as well. Maybe some last few words for viewers out there who might be interested in the Singles Cruise.
Well, I think this is really the kind of single cruise to be on. It's not just any singles cruise, you know. It's not just go and have fun, find a partner, hopefully on board.
Hopefully
on board, you know. It's really going through the deep transformational work that's needed in order to find the perfect relationship, you know. It's a transformational cruise and lots of fun as well.
Excellent.
So we're not just going serious and releasing stuff. We're going to have fun with everyone, play games so people find out what's going on inside, identify the things, and then release it.
Excellent. All this in a fun manner, of course. We won't leave you an emotional wreck as you come out of the boat, of course. Everyone come out positive and ready to seize the day. Carpe diem. Once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I must ask what your secret is after the show. Definitely, for sure. All right, we're going to take a break.